Hello, how are all of you tonight? Welcome to our continuing campaign and chronicle of Salem by Night as we take a look at what is happening in Salem, Oregon at 1984. Such a hopeful year as Reagan attempts his re-election, which is almost mirrored in what has happened in our country this far. Except that Reagan was actually a good actor. Some aren't. Well, last we left off, we were following our newest member of the population of kindred here in Salem, Ms. Nicole Claremont, as she met a friend of her sire's and was given a task. And so, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Oh, I'm so glad I caught you right as you were pulling that out of your mouth. That's gonna live on for posterity, I'm sure. So, last we left off, you were introduced to a friend of your sire's, or an associate of your sire's. Friend is a strong word of vampires. A man who is ugly as sin and was introduced to you as Paolo Antonio Marcucci, a Italian of some notoriety between your sire and himself. So, picking up where we left off, he looks at you and he says, the woman in question that I would like for you to investigate, her name has not been divulged to me, so this is another piece of information that I would pay handsomely for. But she has been described as being fair and lithe, with a short blonde hair. She is said to have keen eyes and a sharp mind, and some would say not to provoke her, but that is at your discretion, of course. Oh, give me a second. It's not. No, it's not. It's not your beauty at all. It is the issue that Discord has in not allowing me to hear unless I switch things around, which is such an annoyance. But now you should be heard loud and clear.
Oh, was I quiet the whole time?
You were. So you were just miming.
Good.
And saying who knows what, but I do, and that'll be my secret to take to the grave.
Forever.
Yep. So all they saw was you take the lollipop out of your mouth and then start rambling. So easily they could have missed that whole French diatribe that you did.
Oh, we?
Yeah. Yeah. Luckily,
That's not that.
I don't speak French, so I can't repeat it.
Because I speak French.
More than me.
All right, so
Yeah. So he says to you, "I do not wish to involve you in anything hostile. Obviously, I just the primary goal is for you to find her name and see what she is doing here. I do not like having noses prodded in our business, and I'm sure as a childer of Miss Morrison here, you value your privacy as well."
so she is an outsider. She is not from
She is not
town.
she is not a member of the Kindred Society here. I have it on good authority that she has been here for at least a month, but I do not know from whence she came. I can drop you off at the Orpheus Theater if you'd like. They are currently. He looks down at his watch and he's like, they should currently be finishing up this fabrication of a meeting, a kind of ode to democracy, such feudalistic ways as they are.
I love this guy.
Yeah, I will warn you, my
Okay.
car is not fancy.
Oh, do I have to go in the car?
No, no, you may walk if you'd like. I am only offering my
Okay,
assistance.
How far is this from? How
Walking or
I
by
might.
bus, it'll take you about half an hour to get to the old downtown to the what's it called? I had a word for it, but it is the classic downtown.
The main street.
I forget what it's called. Kind of historic, the historic downtown.
Historic downtown.
Yeah. The Orpheus is right on the edge of what is the historic downtown and the new kind of like high rise edge of the river downtown area that Salem has.
Okay, well, maybe remembering this incorrectly.
Sure.
I don't have super speed or anything, do I?
If we take a look at your character,
I am. I have it open right now.
yeah, yeah, but I want to bring it up for everybody else. We'll see that you do have what's called potence, celerity, and aspects. You have the ability, the discipline that does grant you super speed or vampiric speed, as it's known. That kind of flickering from from one point to another, just celerity. Unfortunately, your powers don't extend to that kind of strength.
Very well.
Uh, you have
Not
rapid
yet.
reflexes and cat's grace, so
Okay.
they're not terrible
Well,
powers. They're just
I
not.
would greatly appreciate a ride then. Fine, I guess. I'll go in the.
But of course, I
Merci,
value.
Paolo.
Yeah, I value having any excuse to have a beautiful woman in my car. And he kind of motions for you to walk in front of him.
Sir.
But as you kind of move around him, he steps over towards Yvette and he bows gracefully and kisses her hand.
Does she flinch? Does she flinch?
No, no. She lets it happen and she smiles almost warmly, which is something you haven't seen her do to a man, let alone most people.
But she does it to me, and that's what matters.
Yeah, it's gotten rarer as you've spent more time with her, but she does still consider you a very warm presence in her life.
Is she losing interest in me? Oh my god, now I'm nervous, Chewie.
I mean, it has been half a century.
That's fine, I guess. Whatever.
You know,
I'm
people move
losing
on.
interest in her too. It's fine.
Well, it must be an Aries thing.
It probably is an Aries thing. Okay, well, as I leave, I'll incline towards Ivy. This is
Say that again.
uh, did my mic go out?
It just sounded a little bit like it was coming in and out, so I just want to make sure that I hear what I heard.
Oh, I just inclined my head at Ivy, and I was just going to say, "See you later."
She nods at you and she gives you a little curt kind of finger wave goodbye.
I flicker off as I walk out.
That's more like it. You get into what looks to be like an old 1950s kind of classic car. Uh, it still runs beautifully. The interior is well kept, if a little dusty. And there's only like the area of the driver is clean and spotless. Everything else looks like it's just been left to degrade and wear out with time. It
No
doesn't
wonder you never have beautiful women in your car.
it doesn't look like it's been kept out in the sun a lot. It's really been kind of kept really well tarped and kept hidden.
I'd hope so.
Uh, so the color's intact. The everything else is intact. There's a couple of spiders, like a little tiny spiders that are kind of you'll see dart up out of the air vent and then kind of dart back in. But as he starts driving away, he turns on the radio and you catch the last little bit of 38 Special Caught Up in You on the radio.
Don't know that song.
No, well, you get to listen to it later when we're done. Um, and then you hear the announcer come up and say it's a really sultry, deep feminine voice. And she calls herself Sasha. She's the radio host for WFXE 101.1 Foxy Radio, Salem, Oregon. She tells you that you were just listening to 38 Specials Caught Up in You. Before that, you were listening to Kim Carnes' Betty Davis Eyes. And after the commercials, you'll be listening to one of her favorite songs, which is Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar.
Ah, that's a good one.
These are songs that I don't know if Nicole would get behind.
That's fair.
But do any of them, do you think, ring a bell for her?
I think I like I just think I like female powerhouses. That's it. That's like the only 80s music that I would listen to.
Okay. I'll try to find all the female names on my list then. But the commercials are, for different things here and there around town. The mattress shop, the Museum of Science, and the restoration of the riverboats that has been going on, and how 3 of the riverboats have been restored and are currently about to be allowed to traverse the river again in the summer, and they're hoping for a big kind of push for that classic kind of riverboat travel. And then obviously Pat Benatar comes on, and
It's your best shot.
as you pull up about a block away from the Orpheus, he pulls up into a parking spot, turns off the radio, and he points out the theater to you. He's like, that is the Orpheus over there. I don't know what to say except good luck then.
Merci. Have a lovely day. Oh, how should I when I find all this shit out? How should I contact you?
Oh, I will return to Yvette's estate tomorrow night.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah, buongiorno.
Mm.
And as you get out and close the door, he turns over his car and then does a U-turn and drives off in the direction that you came from.
All right. I'm def wearing a leather jacket, like 100%.
Sure, it's
So
only April,
it's
but that
fine.
works.
Do I feel temperature? Is that a thing for vampires?
You feel extremes, but there's no need to sweat anymore. There's no,
I mean, this is the 80s. I feel like everyone was wearing leather.
yeah, nobody's gonna question you.
I like,
Lost Boys is about to come out. Like nobody's gonna
yeah.
blink twice.
I mean, I'll glare at them if I need to, 100%. Um, and I'll start heading over to the Orpheus.
Yeah,
Because I'm going into the Elysium.
yeah. The Orpheus Theater on Fridays mostly, but on the last Friday of every month, it's considered what's called Elysium, which is the neutral territory. There's no violence. There's no,
Oh, come on.
yeah. There is an understanding that every vampire, regardless of side, is welcome, and no one will dare raise a hand against you unless a blood hunt has been called. But those are
Oh
rare.
shit.
Yeah, and usually blood hunts do have everybody involved. There is a it doesn't matter what side you're on. This person has to die, kind of mentality.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
But as you're stepping towards the Orpheus, you see that there are people kind of hailing cabs or getting into cars that are parked out front. Um, every so often, you'll see kind of a couple talking and then getting into separate cars. Um, you see that there is a big truck that kind of comes out from the alley around the side of the Orpheus. Um, and if not for the fact that you're used to seeing these things, you do notice that there are a couple of handprints along the rungs where you would get up into the back of the truck. There's bloody handprints um, at the kind of lip where you would hop up or pull something off of the truck.
I guess someone had dinner.
Um, but you notice that there are less and less people exiting the Orpheus. Um, there's a there's a little squad of about three that kind of walk past you towards the south from where you came from. Um, two two
A little squad of three.
two women and a male, and
Ah!
one of them is carrying a big old duffel bag over her shoulder. And the male is kind of in the rear of the two of them, uh, kind of bent over and trying to get a word in edgewise. Uh, but otherwise, you see that they're the only ones that actually kind of have a group mentality. Everyone else is kind of left by themselves or has separated for the evening.
All right, let's head in. I gotta find a blondie.
Okay, so you're going into the Orpheus. As you're walking in, you see this rugged, masculine figure of a man with this blue and green tartan kind of plaid shirt. Step almost up, like bumps into you as you're opening the front doors, the front one of the two front double doors, uh, and he immediately throws his hands up and apologizes. He's got this tousled brown, almost auburn hair and this
Great.
wild beard. But as he steps back, he kind of looks down at you and he's like, Sorry about that.
Well, I guess I'm shorter than he is.
Yeah, yeah. He's 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 almost 6'2". He's a big tall man.
A big, tall man.
Yep.
Wow. Such lovely words.
Yeah.
I just like shake myself. I'm like, watch it, big boy. God, I can't wait to be so cheesy. This is gonna be so good.
Yeah. He immediately rushes over to the other set of double doors and opens one of them for you. But he looks at you. He's like, if you're here for Elysium, it's over. There's only a few stragglers, and the sheriff.
Well, I guess I'll go see if there's anyone in there to be seen. I don't know. Fuck, I guess I missed it. I like this attitude better, and I walk in.
Okay. Yeah. He kind of stays. He lingers, looking at you for a moment, and then he lets the door close, and you hear him making his way back out towards the front of the theater.
Can't wait to find him again. Very excited.
But as you walk into the actual lobby area of the theater, you see there's a concession stand right in front of the double doors that leads you in. There's this trio of magnificent looking pillars that have these engravings that kind of depict stories of the past. And there's a rectangular kind of clear glass counter that is in the opposite angle of it, not being manned by anyone right now. There is, to the left of the entrance is the theater that is actually a movie theater, and then to the right is the theater that has actually been converted into a stage theater. That is where the Elysium was taking place. You can see a gentleman who is currently talking to a short, about 5'3", lithe, kind of simple, very thin, kind of pale woman with short blonde hair.
Found her. Fuck yes. God, I'm so good at this game.
It's so good.
Wow.
And you see that she is almost interviewing him. Like, she has a notebook open. She's writing down some of the things he's saying. But as
Wait,
you,
who's she talking to again?
she's
Sorry,
talking. She's talking to a gentleman. It's been a while since you've seen him, because you have been to some of the Elysiums, and he was here when the previous prince was around. He wasn't a big shot back then. If you would like to try to remember his name, you could try making a intelligence and wits roll.
Okay, so that's slash roll.
No, there's
Right?
a little roll,
Oh.
the little dice button next to
I can.
intelligence.
There's a button. You're right. Okay,
there's a
so
button.
intelligence first, and then wits.
Yep. And
Okay.
it'll ask you to pair it with something. You can pair it with wits. It'll ask you if you have any bonuses. You don't. Then you can just hit submit, and it'll give you what you roll.
I don't have any modifiers, right?
Negative.
Okay. Great.
I mean,
And wits is the other one? Or do I just I could have just picked one. That's what you mean.
no, you could have rolled both of them at the same time.
I don't know
It's
how to do
it's a
that.
combination. When it asks you to input a second attribute, you could have put, like what I'm doing right now is I'm doing it for you.
Thanks.
See? And so it shows that you have 4 successes now instead of the 2 that you rolled before.
Nice.
Yeah. So you remember him being called Harvey Green?
Harvey Green.
Yeah.
What a name.
Yeah, right? Let me just make sure it's him. Yeah, Harvey Green. You remember him being a Bruja?
A Bruja.
Yeah, the Bruja clan.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And he was slightly older than you. You heard tale that he was turned kind of at the turn of the century, that he was embraced kind of like early, if not right on the cusp of the 1900s becoming a thing.
Mm.
Um, but now you see that he's kind of got this new swagger about him. He's standing a little bit more upright, and you notice that he's in the middle of saying something to the blonde woman, and he kind of turns to see you, and then he holds up his hands, and he very loudly says, "All right, we're done here. Uh, if you
Oh, I
need
love this
anything,
reaction.
if you need anything, you know where to find me, miss." And he comes and he starts kind of sauntering over to you. He's like, "Elysium's over for the evening. You're a little late. Uh, you you a representative, or you here for news? What how can I help you?"
I guess I missed the news. I just wanted to see what was going on in the neighborhood.
Hmm. Yeah. We had a bit of new business. A couple of vampires, a couple of kindred. You see, he corrects himself. A couple of kindred reintroduced themselves to the city, and we had a couple of new fledglings that have been converted into what I would assume is neonate status now. They've been accepted. Um,
It seems you are speaking to one of the new, to one of the visitors.
no, no, this isn't one of the new ones that let themselves known. And actually, as he says that, you see that she kind of nods at both of you and starts making her way out the doors.
Fuck.
And he's like, uh, do you want to declare anything? Are you part of are you new in town? I haven't seen you in Elysium before.
In here, I'm not here to declare anything. I just wanted to, I guess, keep my head above ground,
You
so to
see him
speak.
you see him kind of cock his head to the side, and then he looks at you intently. He's like, I remember that accent. You're uh,
Unforgettable, I know.
yeah, that's not the word. You're Ivy's kid, huh?
Kid is such a gentle word. Well, thank you very much for the news and for your time,
Yeah,
Avi.
should I tell the prince anything? Is Miss Morrison coming back to join us anytime soon?
Well, you know, Miss Morrison, she does not really share her thoughts with anyone but herself until they become actions.
Hmm.
Merci. Have
Yeah,
a lovely evening.
that has to be a Toreador thing then. And you see him turn around and start walking back into the theater.
I guess it's what makes us interesting, and I walk out. I go to follow the blonde girl.
All right, let's see if you can pick up her scent per se. Let's
Okay,
have
what do I roll? What do I roll?
let's have you make a wits and awareness roll. So
Okay.
you're gonna go for the button on
Next
awareness.
to wits.
No,
Oh, okay.
awareness, because it's always gonna ask you for an attribute to attach to it.
Okay.
So you want to go to the skill first and then attach the attribute to it.
You know what I was looking at traits, not skills. That's what I was doing wrong.
Yeah,
Okay, awareness.
yeah. So you hit the
And
button in awareness, and then it'll ask you for things, attach it to wits, and then you hit submit.
okay, and no modifier.
No modifiers. Look at you.
Ah, fuck. I fucked up, guys.
Wow. Uh, so sure enough, you you do have a thing where you can use one of your willpower points to re-roll up to 3 dice.
That now.
Alright, if you would like to do that, you're gonna take a superficial point of damage to willpower, but go ahead and hit the willpower re-roll button.
Okay, where's that?
Right under willpower, you see how it has the little boxes for your stats.
Yes, willpower reroll.
Yep.
Okay. Reroll dice 1.
No, 3. You can roll up to 3.
didn't fucking do anything.
Yep,
This
nothing.
machine's broken.
This is such a great role for you. So,
Exactly what I needed.
exactly what you needed. So as you shoot out the double doors that lead into the very dark hallway in between the ticket taker and the ticket booth, and you open the two large doorways that lead out into the street, you see that there is no clear indication of where this blonde woman has gone off to.
Merde.
But immediately, as you kind of come out and look in both directions and kind of try to figure out where she might have gone to, you hear this loud thunder crack of what sounds to be like a gunshot coming from the south.
Ooh. Ooh. I go there.
Okay. As you rush down to the south, you see what looks to be a car with the front end of it on fire. It looks to be peppered with some kind of incendiary kind of little pepper box kind of thing. It is unbeknownst to you what kind of weapon could do this. There is this bloody splatter a few feet away from the car that's on fire, and you can hear what sounds like some of the homeless in the alley talking about being harassed by somebody.
Homeless, you say?
Yeah, yeah. Do you want to investigate anything in the area? Do you want to talk to the homeless guy? It is a homeless male voice that is complaining currently.
Did I have to do that thing where I like
That thing you do?
that thing where I decided like who I feed from?
No, that is
That's
only
not
a Ventru thing.
great. Cool, cool,
You're a
cool. I
regular
don't have to worry
vampire,
about
so
it.
you can feed from anyone.
Okay. All right, I'll go.
You do have a
I'll
predator type, though. That's true. The
That's
alley
what I.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the alley cat. Yeah, you prefer to wrestle your food, but it's fine. The homeless count.
I guess. I'll saunter up to the homeless man.
All right. As you walk around, you see this large green bin, and there's what looks to be a small kind of collection of boxes that have been taped together to create a makeshift shelter. You can see an older, grizzled-looking, kind of weathered man, and bundled up next to him is a young, maybe just out of her teens, little girl, who is kind of like trying to sleep, but he keeps just agitatedly talking about this one string bean of a man who tried to give him 1,000 lira, and how he doesn't know what the exchange rate is.
Pardon?
He startled. He looks over at you. He's like, and you just see him kind of hold out his hand for money. Like, you want to make a donation?
No. I'm.
All right, goodbye
wondering
then.
What?
And you see him kind of start to close off the boxes.
Okay, the girl, is she asleep?
She's half awake, half asleep.
Pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle. Could you help me out?
You see her start to sign something to you.
Oh, I definitely don't sign. So, great, cool.
But he holds out his hand again. And he's like, "She'll whistle Dixie for $1."
I really want to punch him. Like, I really want to punch him. A
Sure.
lot.
Sure. So did
But
Brandon.
I'm not going to. Or am I?
Two for two. He survives.
2 for 2, he said. um, okay, how about this? I will make a donation once you give me the information.
That's not how the street works, lady. But if you want
I
information, okay.
I can't handle men. They're terrible.
They
Fuck
are.
this guy.
Yeah, we are terrible. Go ahead and make a strength and brawl.
Let's see if I just kill him in one go. No,
so-
I can't do that.
So, I
can't.
mean, you don't have any points in brawl, so it's gonna be really weird if you do kill him.
Yeah, exactly. Strength. I also have very little strength.
Yeah.
Did I do it? No, I didn't. Heyo.
Hey, you got one success. He wasn't expecting it, so you do clock him, and you see as he kind of tumbles back into the boxes, the girl shoots up into a very defensive posture.
Or just give her my back. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm not worried about her.
And you see that he kind of reaches underneath a bit of old clothing, and he pulls out what looks to be a knife. And he's like,
Am I gonna make my first kill on Twitch?
and he looks at you. He's like, I think it's best that you leave. This is not the kind of fight you want to get into.
I think it's best if you give me the information I came searching for, and then I will leave. But you insisted on keeping me here on stupid pretenses like money. So,
You see,
what the fuck
you
happened here?
you see that you feel the girl kind of shifting around behind you, and as you're focused on this man who's tried to swindle you for a little pittance of money, you feel one hand grab your shoulder and the other hand grab your waist, and you're immediately picked up and tossed into the wall next to you.
Oh, is she a vampire?
No.
That's exciting.
No. And you see that as you slam into the wall, go ahead and make a stamina check to soak some damage.
Stamina check.
Yeah.
That's under traits.
Yeah, it's just straight stamina,
Okay, no second attribute.
no second attribute.
Okay. Hey. I don't understand what any of these roles mean. So at some point, I'm gonna have to learn.
We'll walk through it. So you got one success, which means that you soak 1 point of damage,
Nice.
and because this is you being thrown against a wall, it counts as superficial. So if you see what I've done to your character sheet is that I've marked the 1 dash over your 6th health box to show that you've taken some point of damage.
1, 2, 3. Oh, willpower.
Yeah.
Okay. 6.
She had only done 2 points of damage to you, but you see as you kind of hit the wall and you slide down onto your butt and you look up, you see that the girl is
Is it the blonde one?
no, it's the little mute girl that he was kind of like sleeping with, and you hear him just kind of saying, no, this isn't worth it. This isn't worth it, Shell. But you see as you kind of look to him and look back at her, she looks like she's growing in size. And you notice that as she brings her hand up to her face to kind of squeeze it into a fist, the fingers all rip apart and you see this furried, clawed, monstrous hand emerge out of her hand, and you see her grow to about almost 6.5 feet tall of just this massive half man, half wolf creature. And she just fucking snaps her mouth shut in front of your face.
Oh my goodness. There- And
The man immediately pushes you out of the way and kind of gets between you and her, but you see that she pushes him to the side. Um, so
I was not expecting this.
let's go ahead and roll wits to see who goes first between you and her.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, just taking a quick note.
Yeah.
Wits. Traits or skill?
Traits.
And no second attribute.
No second attribute.
Gonna be bad because I don't understand what any of this means. I don't know if I should be excited.
Well, we're about to see just how much combat prowess your character has.
Not very much, so this is gonna be great.
Yeah, so you have 0 to her actual successes, so she goes first. Unfortunately, your celerity isn't going to help you with your rapid
Boo.
reflexes. So you will be suffering dice penalties if you choose to dodge her attacks. But she does kind of have this just wicked grin on her face as she brings both her hands up into just this rake down at you. What would you like to do?
I wanna run away. No, I. How come my celerity doesn't help? Walk me through that.
Your celerity is
Oh well, you're right. I'm not trying to balance on anything,
Yeah.
and I'm also not being fought at with firearms.
You
I
are
see
not.
it now.
Yep. There you
Hey, I got it. Did I get that right?
You got it right. That's exactly why it's
Alright.
not helping you.
Okay.
Uh,
But I can't. I could jump very far.
you can. I was just looking at that. Your potence can definitely help you get away from this.
Yeah. How high are the what's the how high is the building next to me? Also, she's totally gonna be able to jump the same height I am. I have.
She might. She might not. It all depends on how strong she is.
Okay.
The roof of the building they were huddled up next to is 4 stories. The building across though is only 3 stories.
No, can I jump up to the 4-story building?
You might. Depends on how
What is it?
how
It
high you
says,
roll.
can jump a number of meters equal to 3 times their potence level vertically.
Yeah. If you hit
Okay.
the button, it'll. Oh no, display. That's what I want.
Yeah. Okay, but so my potence level
Is
that
1.
in my so no, I can't.
So you can jump.
Wait, 3 times. Wait, I can jump to 3.
So
No?
you can jump 9 feet up, straight up.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
good.
I mean that's minimum. That's minimum. Your strength and athletics could boost it, but you have 1 in each, so I don't know how much faith you want to put in that.
Oh man, I don't know why I try to create characters that aren't like all bronze. I'm just
Yeah.
not. I just am a bronze player, not a brains player.
I mean, you could also leap horizontally away. It's 5 times, so you can leap 5 meters. So that's about 16 feet away from them.
Yeah, all right, let's try that. Why not? There's not much else I can do. So
Okay. Go ahead and make us an athletics and strength roll.
okay, so
I'm gonna try to whenever I give you something to roll, I'm gonna always try to give you the skill first.
okay, and then the attribute.
Yeah. So if you don't hear a skill, it's definitely gonna be 2 traits put together.
Okay, I think I did it right.
Let's see. Whoa, 2 successes. That's the most you could have gotten.
Hey.
So sure enough, you see that this massive form of this fairy tale monster standing in front of you has just triggered this hereditary fear that has trickled down from generation to generation of vampire and the fight or flight kicks into overdrive, and you,
Wait, are we scared of werewolves in this game?
yes,
Lame.
yeah, their claws hurt, as you're about to find out.
I did find out already. She already clawed me.
No, she slammed you into the wall when she was transforming. She clawed you now, and so you turn and leap for just safety as you see these massive claws come down, and you think you got away from them, but there's this massive pain that shoots down from your hip down to about halfway down your thigh, and it's quadrupled as these four trails of where she clawed you just sting with fire. Uh, and so, without fortitude, it becomes a little difficult to heal aggravated damage. But go ahead and roll your stamina
Okay.
by itself.
Okay. Under traits, correct?
Yep. Yep.
Heyo.
Perfect. Nothing. So
I keep getting zeros. I don't like it.
it
I
is a
don't like
bad
this
day
game.
for you. So if you look at your health, you've already taken one superficial point of damage when you got slammed into the building.
Right. I'm about to die.
yeah.
Did I die?
No. So that's gonna trickle down to the lowest point of damage that you can take, that you've taken so far. So that's gonna go here. You've taken 4 points of aggravated damage from her claw. And just so you're aware, you can only heal 1 point of aggravated damage a night.
Ugh,
This is why vampires are afraid of werewolves.
dumb.
But you see that
What's
she's
the point of being a predator? What is this, Twilight?
there's always a bigger fish.
Whatever.
But you
I
have
was promised. I was promised interview with a vampire, and I'm receiving Twilight. I don't know how to feel about this.
you've chosen to go down the Twilight Road. You were straight into interview, and then you were like, "Let me go pee on some homeless people."
Yeah, I'm a brat. It's what I do.
Yep, it happens.
It
But you
happens.
have leapt 20 feet away from them, and you are already on the other side of the alley. Your leg is bleeding profusely.
I really like these pants.
What would you like to do? You have 1 health level left.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep running away until I can't see them.
Okay. There is a moment where you hear the heavy footfalls and just the claws scraping against the concrete as kind of like, imagine Jethro on tile. Like you hear the clacking. That's what you hear as it kind of tries to come after you and chase you down, but you hear the voice of the homeless man just again just saying, no, Shell, it ain't worth it, it ain't worth it. And just a heavy thumping of what you imagine is a fist against the concrete wall of the building, and some trash cans being tossed aside. But you have run away in
Great.
just a direction, and I think it's maybe like 2 or 3 minutes of you just running that you finally kind of come to, and the pain from your leg starts to really numb out the adrenaline, and you start to just remember where you are, what's happened to you, and you look up and you can just see the river, and you can just hear it kind of quietly just making its trip. The city noises are behind you. There's no one around you, and it's just you and this shooting pain, like your very soul is on fire, and it all originates in your leg and your thigh and your hip.
All right. So in like the half century that I've been alive,
Mm.
did Ivy ever fucking tell me about werewolves or anything?
In passing, it might have been something like a joke, like, "Oh yeah, there's supposed to be werewolves. Stay away from them." And then some other things that she might have said, like other myths that might exist, like fairies might exist, but she's never seen them.
Okay,
Werewolf,
now we're in True Blood.
yeah, there's stories of werewolves, but again, she's heard stories, but she's never seen them, so she's never had any corroboration.
Useless.
It is extremely possible to be a city vampire and never see a werewolf.
If only I'd been so lucky.
Yeah, sometimes you take a chance on the lottery, and it pays off. So there is a payphone uh, that you can see about a block away. The light is flickering, but it does look like it's still connected to the phone line.
How does one? Okay, so my leg hurts.
Yeah.
What can I do about it?
You can try to rouse the blood to try and heal your one superficial point of damage. Um, that way,
I just needed to stop bleeding. Like, can I still do things?
yeah. It was bleeding because of your interaction with the werewolf and its proximity to it being still there with you. Now that
Mm.
you've kind of traveled away and that you kind of look down at it, you can start to control the blood, um, and just kind of stop it from leaving the vessel. But
Okay.
yeah, you can heal the superficial point of damage because that's the newest form of damage that you have, the easiest form. Uh, or you could just try to walk back or get a cab
Okay, when I
or steal a car. You have
Ooh,
options.
fun. So
Yeah.
I'm at
I mean,
a river.
you've made mistakes already. Let's just keep going down this route.
Yeah, why not? Why not? I'm at the river. I'm outside of the city.
No, you're just on in the river district.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
yeah. Like you can see that there's a small like raft, like a small motored raft going upriver towards the north. Um, it's got two occupants, and it looks like it doesn't have its nightlights on. Like it's purposefully trying not to be noticed.
Being sneaky? What's going on there? Oh my god, I'm such a creature of impulse. I'm like, ooh, fun.
Yeah, right.
Um, this blonde chick, she was so close by. Do I know anyone in the River District?
It's not one of the areas that Yvette travels in, um,
Mm,
so I don't think you would know anyone by association.
okay.
Yeah.
Whomst do I know in the city? Like, is there anyone? What's that bar you were talking about?
Oh,
That my buddy owns. I don't know if she's my buddy, but
yeah, yeah. I mean, Yvette's friend. That
oh,
is
friend, what a strong word.
all right. That is
My almost sire.
Samantha. No, that was the other one.
No, all three of them. It's in my head. Don't worry about
All
it.
three of them were in your head. Okay. Yeah, the blonde was Samantha Crushing. She owns the Last Call bar. That is on the River District.
Oh, look at that. All right, let's
Yeah.
go to the last call.
Okay.
Are
So
we in good terms with Samantha currently? Like, where's she at with all this politics stuff?
she is part of the Camarilla. She
Oh,
has bent the knee, as it were, to Geraldine.
interesting.
So it's put a strain on the relationship
Sure.
between Ivy and her.
Hmm. Can I drink? Is that a thing vampires can do?
You can try to hold it down, sure. But if it's not bloody, it will be vomited at the end of the night.
can does she provide for vampires as it were?
She can, yeah.
Okay, great. Let's go. Let's do that.
Yeah, she has private rooms that you can use to feed. Uh, so yeah, so you start making your way over, and as you as you come over, you see the sign at the front. It has what looks to be two upstanding shot glasses and then one shot glass on its side, and each shot glass just has a word of the bar itself. Um, and as you walk in, you see that there are several people for this time of night. It's almost like 2 in the morning, and there's a good like dozen patrons. Um, but you see Samantha behind the bar, and she waves at you as you walk in, and then she sees the state of your leg, and she immediately kind of like rushes over to you.
Oh, I like her.
Uh, and she pulls off her coat and kind of brings it around and ties it around your waist to try and hide the damage.
I'm so sorry. I did not. You were the closest place to.
She's like, yeah. This we try really hard not to breach the masquerade over here. So, if you could not walk around with gaping wounds on your thigh, that'd be fantastic.
I would also really like that. Yes.
So,
Do you have maybe some pants I could borrow?
sure. Let's just. And you see, she calls over. She's like, Mickey, tend the bar. I gotta take care of my friend. And you see this. You see
Sorry.
this kind of thin, almost nerdy book nerd kind of little scrawny. He should be a basketball player, the height with the height and just the length of his limbs, but this otherwise nerdy black kid just takes off his glasses. And he's like, "You got it, Sam," and he kind of makes his way behind the bar, and you see him
Is
just
he a human?
yeah.
Okay.
You see him put on an apron, and she takes you to her office, where you see that she does have a small little boudoir of clothing. Um, and she's like, "We look about the same size, so I think anything should fit. If not, there's safety pins and other bullshit you can use."
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
Or I guess Samantha. I don't know. What do I call her?
Whatever you want.
Oh, madam. Yes, I'm sorry. Just I ran into a werewolf, and it was my first time. Not
You
perhaps
see,
the way I watched it would go.
you see, she looks at you, perturbed, and she kind of rests on the side of her desk, and she's like, "You run into a fucking what?"
Yes, a werewolf. She was just this tiny little creature, looked like a teenager,
There's,
very homeless, was
there's,
deaf.
there's wolves in the city.
Yeah, a deaf werewolf. Can you imagine?
We gotta talk to Joshua about that.
Yes, get the mongrels out of here. They don't belong.
Yeah, I mean, there's a group that roams the city, but they're
I wonder if they know about her.
know about who.
The werewolf that attacked me.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they're all about they're dogs. They're all about being in the pack, so they all know each
Well,
other.
this one was alone.
Oh, that's an interesting bit of information. And you see that she does kind of write it down in a small like leather
Got a
bound
werewolf
journal.
in trouble. um, yes, I was. I don't know. I stopped by the Elysium, and I thought, oh, why not learn about the goings on in town? And you know how Ivy can shut herself off sometimes.
Mm, yeah. I
Uh,
didn't see you at the Elysium.
no, I was late. My ride did not arrive on time.
Mm, yeah, you didn't miss
Yes.
much. Antoine's back in town. There's a
Do I know
new.
Antoine?
You know of Antoine. Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
Antoine and Yvette had a thing at one point. And then Antoine left to
Oh my God.
take
How dare
care of a
he?
friend of his in a different
I'm
city.
upset.
Uh,
Wait, wait, is Antoine? Wait a minute.
okay.
Antoine is sorry, just so I can put this together.
Yeah.
Antoine is the one who showed up in Ashley's first session. Not the one who not the hot one. That's Joshua.
Joshua.
Right. Antoine was like the suave one.
Yes. Antoine showed up in Ashley's and Jane's. Yes.
Ooh, I haven't watched Jane's yet. That's why I'm sorry.
Okay.
Um.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He's traveled around.
Oh, I'm sure he has. Um. Okay. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah.
Just had to put
Uh,
that together.
Antoine is another Toreador as well.
Oh, so
So
he's like me.
yeah, yeah. But he's also bent the knee to Geraldine.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, she says, "Yeah, you didn't miss much. Antoine came back. There's a new Nos in town. Calls himself JJ. Uh,
Nas is Nas for short for Nosferatu.
correct. Uh, thinks himself an information broker, but you know, if you want information, you always go to a Nosferatu. So he's not. He's not a big fish yet.
Mm.
Be interesting to see what happens to him though.
Mm.
And then we had three new fledglings become neonates.
Oh,
Apparently Joshua made a child.
would I
So
have recognized that as something? I don't know who Joshua is.
you
Do
don't.
I?
No.
Joshua?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, he's one of Sheriff Green's whips. You know, one of two Gangrel who have bent the knee to Geraldine. So
Gangro.
yeah, that's a different clan.
Yes. Sorry, I'm a note taker, so
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Yeah. So
Has he
he
not made a child before?
not was big on not spreading the curse. You know,
One of
but
those. Mm.
but you know, time turns us all into hypocrites.
I love her. Oh my god. Wow.
Um,
Ah.
yeah,
Oh, I want that.
Joshua unveiled the child. Isabella Gianelli unveiled the child. I didn't even know she was still around. Fucking gives me the creeps. Uh, and then fucking the pink princess herself unveiled the child as well, which is amazing.
The pink princess?
Mm. Oh, Anastasia Richards.
What a
Fucking
name.
yeah. If ever there was somebody who earned the title of the Pink Princess, that's fucking her.
There was another new face that I did not recognize. I made it to the tail end. Um, she was speaking to Harvey. She had the short blonde hair. Was taking notes.
Oh, yeah. I've seen her around for the last couple weeks. She's been around here. She's tried to ask me questions about what I know and who I know and things like that. I think her name was Hannah. I want to
Hannah.
say. I
Do you know
don't
what's
I don't remember
do
the
you know?
last name. It wasn't something traditional, something that would fit the name Hannah at least.
Mm.
Um, but no, I remember her saying something. I remember her saying something about something. Um, I remember she was from Chicago. Uh,
Oh,
she's far off from home.
I wonder what she's doing all the way out here.
Yeah, yeah. She was an agent of someone. That's the thing. She was something. She was something to someone, and I didn't recognize the word. And then she said she's an agent. She's an agent of somebody, and don't, I don't remember the name she gave. She was trying to see if I was impressed by it. I wasn't. I didn't give a shit who the fuck it was.
That's very like you, Sam.
Listen, anybody can be famous in Chicago. Yeah, you're not gonna be famous out here. You know, it's a whole different coast.
It is, and thank goodness for that.
Mm. Where is Chicago? Chicago's gonna be on fire any day now. So,
Oh, there's unrest in Chicago?
oh yeah, the prince there is not popular,
Mm.
and the prevailing whispers are that the Sabbat is getting ground over there. So
The Sabat. That's another.
that's a faction of vampires.
Okay, that's another faction.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Anarchs are a faction.
Yeah, and the Camarilla is a faction.
And the Camarilla. And the Camarilla are who rule here.
Yep.
Okay.
Right
Okay,
now.
okay. Sorry, it's gonna take me a second, but
Yeah.
all the puzzle pieces are gonna make it there.
Sure. The
Is Camarilla with two L's?
yeah.
I know how you like spelling.
Yeah. Well, it's not me, so this is the book. This is written by somebody else who liked my tweet.
I heard. Congratulations.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Camarilla rule.
Yeah.
Wait, where are we? Where? What's the Salem? Rule
Salem,
Salem.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew we were in Oregon. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I was like Portland.
No, you're in the actual capital, not the proposed capital.
Okay. Prince of Chicago. Not popular.
Yeah.
Well, Sam, is there any? I promise to launder your pants before returning them.
I don't need them back.
Oh, really? I can take any of them then. Don't mind if I do.
I mean, within reason, some of these are still.
That's not what you've said, Samantha. Don't take back your words now.
But she immediately like lunges over and starts pulling pants that she normally wears away.
I'm just teasing.
So,
I will gladly return your pants to you.
no. Those you can keep. These I need.
Oh, you need.
I have regulars that like a certain look sometimes. And Mama needs her sugar.
I love her so much. Oh my god. Samantha. She reminds me of Samantha from Sex and the City.
I've never seen the show, so.
I knew you weren't going to get the reference, but maybe one of our viewers, I don't know if we have any, but maybe one of our viewers will.
I mean, is that the girl that was a mannequin?
I don't know. I've never watched Sex and the City. I just know the characters.
Undone by your own reference.
I just know the characters because as a woman, I guess I'm supposed to know about certain things.
Sure. Yeah. Gender norms.
Gender norms. Okay. Well, thank you. Also, there was, I'm not sure if maybe you will recognize him, but on my way into the Elysium, I bumped into this gentleman. He was, and I describe, I guess, he was tall, has a beard. Did you say he was ginger?
Auburn.
Auburn. Has this auburn hair.
Brown on the side of Auburn. She looks at you, she's like, you talking about Joshua?
Oh, that is Joshua. Yes, he bumped into me. and I just had never seen him before. You know, I like to keep
Yeah,
tabs.
he's a recluse. He only comes when big things are happening in the city. Uh, he lives on the west side, over the river. Um,
Joshua.
so now I know. Now we know why he's been so secretive as of late, because his
Because
daughter.
he has a child now.
Yeah, he has a daughter now.
Those parental responsibilities, they can be too much for anyone.
Yeah, well, you know, if he needs help, I'm willing to offer.
I would also like to call him daddy.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. And then, d- mm, how often do we see burning cars in the city? Is that like
That is not a thing.
that's not a thing?
No.
Um, as an anarch, would I report that to anyone?
You could report it to Ivy or to Paulo Antonio.
Pablo Antonio. Okay. Would it be seen as traitorous to report it to a greater authority?
To like the Camarilla.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how it pans out.
Okay, but like if I'm gonna use it as a bargaining chip to get more information about Hannah.
No, then yeah, it's up to you. Every action has its repercussions.
Yes, well, we know that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Um, on the west side. And okay, but if you were at the Elysium, you weren't necessarily Camarilla.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Do I know of any other anarchs in the area? Like, is it common knowledge to know about, I guess, your fellow?
Well, yeah, you would know that there are a couple of people who, like, you know who's on the shit list. Um,
Am I on the shit list?
I mean, by association.
I love being on the shit list. I mean, I don't actually because I'm sure it'll make my life difficult,
Yeah.
but
Like,
chaos epi
like Samantha was on the shit list.
until she bent the knee.
And she bit the knee. She was one of the first to allow to follow Geraldine. Um,
Mm.
Paulo Antonio is what is called an independent.
Oh, interesting.
Yvette
So you can't
Morrison,
vote in the primaries.
you cannot vote in your primaries, but you can definitely swing the state.
Hey.
Yvette Morrison is an independent. Beatrice Gravel is an independent. Um,
Wait, Yvette, my Yvette is an independent.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Shannon Smythe is an independent. Um, Isabella Gianelli technically is supposed to be an independent.
Mm. You
Uh,
say technically, and it makes me question things.
yeah, because she did reveal her child in Elysium, and she did allow him to participate in a Camarilla task. So she might be trying to get back into the good graces of the camp.
Interesting.
And there was another independent, but she's since left to a different part of the United States. But her name was Wilhelmina Statler.
Wilhelmina, what a good name.
Yeah, yeah.
Wilhelmina.
Well, everybody called her Willow.
Ugh, what a pretty name.
Yeah.
Willow.
She was an information broker. She was one of the
Was she a
important.
Nos?
She was one of the important Nosferatu in the city.
Oh, what a good name for a Nos.
Yeah. Weeping
Just
Willow.
as ugly as faces. Yep. Well, I'll change into whatever pants she handed me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they fit?
Yeah.
Is my ass too fat?
No, it's actually
That is fat PH.
AT. Yeah. No, it is a snug fit, but you do get them on. There's a bit of a
Does it
sting.
match my leather jacket?
Everything in her
Great.
boudoir is gonna match the leather jacket.
Oh, I
Like the
love
pants,
Samantha.
the pants she took were mostly leather.
She knows.
Uh, and she also took the assless chaps.
I love her. I love her. I
Uh,
love her.
but yeah, there's a bit of a sting when you get to your wound.
Mm.
Uh, but they managed to come and close up around your belly button.
I look at her. I go, "You wouldn't happen to have anything that could help me with that, would you?"
No, unfortunately, I am not in the habit of practicing blood sorcery. Um, you
Oh,
could
is that the only way that
no.
that could
I mean,
be helped?
you can just let the supernatural energies that have bound you into this life try to heal you up. Just it's gonna be a slow and hungering process.
You could have just said go take a nap, but I guess you made it sound way better.
Oh yeah, yeah. Go take a nap. There you go. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
well,
Let me write your prescription. And you see, she pulls out a little notepad. She scribbles something down on it real fast, and she just hands it to you.
it says fuck you, doesn't it?
No, it just says go take a nap.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
thank you, doctor.
yeah, yeah. You know, take two of those and call me never.
I will call you. I was going to say in the morning, but
Yeah. Yeah, you might get
uh,
Mickey answering. So
as well. Thank you, Samantha. I'm sorry again to have barged in, but it's good to know that we are still friendly.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not one of these people that are in Geraldine's court to suck up. Like I know what the winning side looks like, and I need to be on it. So
Mm,
you know,
well, can you see me fighting? Did you see like the whole process on the face?
yeah, yeah, all of it,
Oh, that's what it looks like when I
beginning,
bite
middle,
back a
and end.
sassy remark. Uh
Beginning, middle, and end.
huh. Well, merci. I give her three kisses, and I
Yep.
go, um, see you soon,
Yeah.
but not too soon.
Sure. And as you step out of the office, you see at one end of the bar that blonde just sitting there with a beer in front of her, and
With a beer.
yeah,
Oh
and
shit, girl.
and Mickey just kind of like talking to her and just pointing at different things in the bar.
I'll like inch over to. I'll lean. I'm guessing Samantha's behind me.
Yep.
Okay, I'll lean over to Samantha and be like, "Oh, were you expecting some company?"
No, no, frankly, and she keeps doing this. It's fucking annoying. That's what it is.
Do you need some help? I'm very good at getting rid of stockouts.
Have at it. Let's see
Is
what
to
you can do.
be annoying. Do you have anything I might use as a prop to look like
Oh,
maintain the
oh,
veil of
yeah. Oh,
normalcy?
yeah. Of course, of course. And she reaches into her shirt pocket and then just pulls out a middle finger. And he's like, "How's that? You want to use you? I have another one in the other pocket." And she with her left hand, she reaches into her right pocket and she just like gives you the other finger.
All right, great. You know what? When she puts it out, I suck on it, and I walk to the fucking table.
Okay.
Fucking
The
bitch.
end of the bar.
Yeah, to wherever Hannah
Yeah.
is.
So
Mickey, uh, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. I'm so upset. A beer.
it's like, sure, sure. And you hear Sam in the background. Put her on my tab, Mick. Whatever she needs.
Merci, Samantha.
Um, and he's
I'm
like,
really
yeah,
gonna have to learn more French words. Like,
yeah.
I'm already done with hearing myself say the 3 French words I know.
The three of them. Imagine how I feel. Uh, so he goes over. He pours you from the draft and in a nice clear pint glass, and he sets it out in front of you with a little coaster underneath it. He's like, "Here you go, some of Salem's finest."
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, I'm Mickey, by the way, in case you need anything. And you see Samantha's hands just grab him by like underneath the armpits and just kind of slides him to the other side of the bar. It's like, she's too much woman for you, Mick.
I, I can't. I
And
cannot.
as she says that, you see that Hannah was mid sip and she just kind of spurts some of it out. And she just kind of shakes her head as she wipes her mouth.
Oh, funny. Hello.
She nods at you.
I've not seen you around here before. I cannot believe saying that. Great, because it's cool.
Yeah, this
Is
is
this what it feels like to be a man? I hate it.
these are the pickup lines.
Yeah. I'm like, can I make it more 80s and more cheesy?
I mean, you can.
I can.
You
I'm not
can.
going to.
Are you tired? Because you've been running in my mind all night long.
I mean, I was going to go for the classic. Have not seen you around these parts before.
You come here often?
You come here very often?
But she looks at you. She's like, yeah, I'm new to the city. So if you're a regular, I think I'm gonna stick out.
Well, it would be hard for you not to stick out. I am. My name is Nicole. It is good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. And you see she kind of turns slightly away from you.
It's fine. I'll just sit there until she starts talking to Samantha.
Yeah. And sure enough, she kind of motions for Samantha to come over. Samantha looks at you with a raised eyebrow, like, you know, you were big talk, and she comes over. She's
She
like,
should know that by now. She should know that I'm all talk, no bite.
she's like, Hannah, again, what can I do for you on this auspicious evening? And you see Hannah kind of slide her beer away from her and towards the bar, and she's just like, so I've been talking to a couple of the others, and I just, if I could have just like 10 or 20 minutes of your time in private, I would just love to get to the bottom of the situation here in Salem. And Samantha's like, like I said, there is no situation here in Salem. The same shit happened in Chicago happened here, and we just woke up one night with no elders, so we made the best of it, and now we're here. You know, there is no secret agenda. There's no like big plot to change the way of life that we've had. And Hannah's like, I know that. I'm just something. Can we talk in private, please? This isn't barroom chatter.
Oh,
And
a
Sam's
private audience with Samantha is something very few people have the privilege of enjoying.
she turns back to you. She's like, I'm sorry. Who are you again? You said Nicole.
Oh, I'm glad you remembered my name. I guess I have some sort of impression.
What? What did you say?
Did I cut out?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I just said I see you do remember my name. I'm glad I have made some sort of impression.
She's like, I mean, it's been like 2 minutes. I'm not a man.
That's very true. Cannot argue with that.
So, is this a friend of yours? She looks at Sam, and Sam's like, No, that's just another regular.
Oh, friend is such a generous word.
And Hannah
Nuisance,
kind of looks at
pest,
you. She's like,
annoyance.
all right, I don't I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I need someone useful to talk to, not a regular of a bar.
Mm,
So
not too bad. I could be someone useful. You will never know. And I walk out of the bar.
okay. With
Good evening, Samantha. See you next time, Mickey.
he waves, uh, and she kind of hits him with a towel.
I can't wait.
Uh, but yeah, you see that you hear Hannah continue to try to pester Sam about information, um, and you see that as you're walking out, there's one of the make a let's see if you actually notice it. Make a let's make an intelligence and resolve,
Okay.
and you can add one dice from your aspects since it is a perception roll.
Intelligence. Resolve.
Yeah.
Wait. I'm doing something wrong. It's not a trait.
Yeah, they're both traits.
Okay. But it's not letting me. It's not pulling up resolve when I look at the second attribute.
Really? What
Oh
are the
no,
options?
never mind. I
Okay.
see it. I see it. I see it. I
Okay.
see it. And then add what? A
Add
modifier?
one modifier, yeah, for your
Okay.
aspects.
Hey.
Oh,
Finally.
that green 4 is a possible critical, but it's not a critical.
Oh, so close.
So close. But you notice as you're walking out, there's a smallish kind of woman. What height are you? Like 5'4"?
Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, sure.
It's about your height. There's a woman that kind of comes up and enters the bar.
5'8". I'm 5'8".
Okay, so she's a little bit smaller than you. Uh, she comes up and she excuses herself as she kind of walks into the bar.
Mm.
It's you recognize it as one of the 3 that came out of the Elysium. She's the one with the duffel bag.
Okay.
Uh, and you also scored high enough that as she walks by you, you can smell the discharge of gunpowder.
Is this Ashley's character?
This is not Ashley's character.
No?
No.
Okay. Is this Jane?
This is Jane.
This is Jane! Oh my goodness, how exciting. Walks in and smells like is she still carrying the duffel bag?
Yep. Yep. And the gunpowder residue is coming strongly from the duffel bag.
Oh, they definitely killed something. Okay.
But yeah, you see that she excuses herself as she kind of walks by you and into the bar.
Okay.
And you see
I'm
that
just
she
gonna-
she kind of stands there for a moment, just kind of surveying the bar before picking her path.
All right. I will wait. Is there an alleyway or something I can creepily wait at to see if Hannah leaves?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. How long do you want to wait? Like, what's your cutoff time?
I'll wait. Enough time to get back home before sunrise.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. Then after about an hour, you see her
I
come out.
literally have nothing else to do, Chewy. This is the goal right now. Okay.
Sure. After about a good portion of an hour, like 45 minutes, like you've lost track of time, but it's at least 45 minutes. You see her come out dejectedly, just lost in her notes, and kind of walks right by the alleyway that you're kind of shrouded in,
All right.
surrounded by trash.
I'll try to follow her.
Are you gonna try to make it conspicuous, or are you gonna try to sneak?
What would I have to roll if I want to make it a sneak?
I mean, it's obviously gonna be stealth, which you have no points in. So I'm all for you trying to stealth past her.
Okay, but listen, how come I didn't get to roll like
Uh huh.
I don't know, charisma or some shit when I was trying to charm her, but now I have to roll stealth? I can't play to my strengths, Chewy.
I mean, you can. Uh, there was there's
uh,
very this might open up a social interaction depending on what you roll.
yeah, probably.
So,
Because I definitely won't roll very well.
all right. So let's see what happens. You're gonna
All
roll.
right,
You're gonna roll
let's play this game.
stealth and dexterity to try and keep yourself hidden from her.
All right, no modifiers.
No modifiers. Hey, two successes.
Hey, I actually did something.
Yeah.
How exciting.
Yeah, and
And she
you.
noticed me.
No, you managed to actually follow her for a good distance.
Hell yeah.
You almost follow her straight back to the Orpheus.
Okay, she's.
There's a small kind of apartment building that she gets to, and you notice that as she comes out of her notebook, she looks up at the gate to put in her access code, and she sees you. And startled, she
Oh
looks.
no, I would have ducked out, but I wouldn't
Okay.
have tried to keep. I just would have looked. I just would have seen where she was heading, and
Okay.
then been like, okay, I know where she lives, and that's it.
Okay. So yeah, so you see her input a code, and she kind of walks into the building, and then you lose sight of her if you're not gonna keep following.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Little by little, one one bit at a time. Don't have to play the whole game in one evening.
Sure. So yeah, you are a vampire, but you do notice that it is a pink and blue building, like a pastel blue. It is 4 stories. It doesn't have a name attached to it, but you do see that it does have a kind of sister building down the block, like on next one down over. Like this is a fenced-in building, and then the next fenced-in building is the sister building. It's got the colors reversed, so it's mostly pastel blue, and then it has pink accents. Uh, but the buildings are called the Twin Madams.
Twin Madams. Okay.
Yeah, the Twin Madams apartment.
Okay. Well, what time is it now? What's the
It's about 4 o'clock in the
looking
morning.
like? When does the sun rise?
Uh, about 5:36.
I'm gonna head back home.
Okay.
We're not playing this game. I don't want to be incinerated on my first night. Thank you
Sure.
very much.
Sure. I mean, you almost got clawed to death, so it's like, why not up the ante?
Yeah.
Uh,
Probably tomorrow, or well, not tomorrow, but next session I'll have to figure out how to heal myself.
I mean, yeah. Like I said, you could try to heal that superficial damage before you bed down for the night.
Yeah, since I'm heading home, I'll try that.
All right. So go ahead and make a rouse check for me.
A rouse check.
Yeah.
Where's that?
If you go all the way down to the front character sheet, you'll see.
Okay, I see it. I see it.
Yep.
I see it. Oh, you know what? I didn't eat anything.
You did not.
Oh, sorry, I did it twice. My bad.
That's fine. They're both the same number, so there's no big difference. So sure enough, you manage to heal your superficial point of damage. So now all that's left is the 4 aggravated levels that are going to take you 4 days to heal. So you're aware, rousing the blood means that you're actively using the vampiric essence that you have at your disposal. A success means that you manage to do it without increasing your hunger. Failure
I have to eat.
doesn't mean that you failed whatever you're doing. It just means that you've done it, but you've incurred a hunger penalty. So If you notice on your character sheet, your hunger goes from 0 to 5.
Okay.
Um, so
Mm-hmm.
the hungrier you are, the less you're gonna focus on not eating.
Okay.
Uh, but you do make it back home. You are still hurt. You are in a different pair of pants.
Does it upset Ivy that I'm hurt?
She
Does she
makes.
care?
Oh yeah. I thought you meant like did she notice that you come in a different pair of pants?
No,
Like
I
she
don't
would.
expect her to care that much.
Yeah, she would have like made a note of it, but she wouldn't have done anything about it. But if you tell her that you tangled with a werewolf, like she will become motherly again.
Yes, I'll tell her all about the werewolf because I guess she's never encountered one, you said?
She's never encountered one, so
So
she
I'll tell her
immediately
about it.
puts like your head in her lap.
Oh.
She starts to like run her fingers through your hair, and just asking you all the questions about like what it was it like, what did she look like, what
It was
happened,
terrible. She was so big and scary.
yeah, and like
She
er,
was a deaf child and then she was not.
and like every time that she senses you like becoming hysterical, like she'll lean down and kiss your forehead. Like
Aww.
it is straight on motherly. Uh, but at the
You're
same time, the
children.
second you're done telling the story, like
She's done.
she immediately gets up and kind of goes over and starts jotting down notes in her own journal.
It's fine. That's, I would do that.
Uh, but you see the servant kind of peek in, and he's like, "Madam, sunrise approaches." She finishes taking her notes and she goes over to you, kisses you on the cheek, and then goes over to her room, closes the door, and then the servant kind of nods to you and
What's his
makes.
name again?
That's a good question.
Got him.
Uh, I have it written somewhere.
It's okay. I'll ask you later.
I can't be bothered.
That's
Uh,
fine. He's just a servant. I can't be
he's
bothered.
he's a ghoul. He's been with her for years, so for decades.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so it's fine. Uh, but yeah, you go into your room. You bed down for the evening as careful as possible because moving your left leg is a chore and a pain, and it just is a reminder of the choices you've made this evening. Um, but sure enough, you can feel the waning of the evening and moonlight giving way to sunlight as your body starts to tense up. Your rigidity becomes unfightable, and your eyelids just begin to close, and the sweet embrace of death takes you once more, and you fall asleep for the day.
Yay! Sleep time.
Yeah. And now the next night, you rouse yourself from your sleep. Uh, I'll take that second rouse check that you made as your rouse check to wake up. And now you get to make 3 more to try and heal your aggravated for the night. As that is a reflexive.
Three more rouse checks?
3 more, as it is a
Okay, wait.
reflexive roll to try and heal yourself.
I should have asked this before we started playing, but how long are we playing?
We'll end after this.
Okay. 3 more rouse checks.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Alright, okay.
Okay.
Oh god.
So-
I failed 2, I'm guessing?
You failed 2, so your hunger goes up to 3.
Oh, it's fine. I was ready to kill someone anyways.
Yeah, and 1 of your health is healed.
Yay!
So you have 3 health levels left. You have 3
Don't get a
aggravated.
dirty fight.
Yeah, you have 3 points of aggravated damage. But it is a new night. You have, I guess, succeeded at the task at hand in one way, shape, or form. And And
A little. There's
yeah,
more to find out, but it's fine.
and awakening from your slumber, you find yourself healing. Some of the wound has started to knit back together. It is going to take some time because aggravated damage is just so destructive. Uh, but at the cost of that voice in the back of your head now kind of sifting himself into the front seat of the driver's seat, and he's just like, well, now we know what we have to do. There's
Wait, there's a voice in my head?
the beast is always there, and as of this evening, there is a single word that resonates in your mind, and that is more. But with that, I would like to wish everyone a good evening. Thank you for joining us in our trek through another evening in Salem, Oregon. Take care of each other. Be good to each other, especially now after everything that's happened. And please be safe out there. Wear your masks, wear protection, wash your hands, and we will see you in the next evening.